See, now I'm recording on a recording, and I know that one's going onto the SD card and the other one is going on the phone. So there's going to be an audio that's going to continue going on one of them. Okay? So this is like double safety, so you get friggin' video and everything. See, this is a true camera, and it's also angled down, right? So I'm not going to look as big. So you, like, I know everything about how to make myself look a certain way, right? But I don't want to scare all the ladies away, right? All I'm doing is dating. I've never done dating before, ever. See a girl, hi, date the next day, married a year later. That's what I did the last time I got married, and I got married for 7 years. There was way more fun times than there was any other times. In fact, I can't even remember the bad times. I can only remember good times, which means it was predominantly only good times. Drive around just talking shit. She was the best. I talk about her all the time. I don't say negative stuff about someone that was like amazing for that time in my life. I'm gonna find another amazing one. Who knows? Maybe she'll be older than me. This one was 5 years younger. It was perfect. She didn't know nothing about the world. And I knew everything about blue collar, upper middle class living, and I schooled her right down to the max to it. Got her out of her bedroom where she was hibernating. Turned her into a beautiful fitness model and dance instructor, personal trainer. She knows more about diet than most of the guys that have a PhD in nutrition. You don't have to have a degree to teach at a university. You just have to prove to somebody that you know more than the people at the school about it, than the people at the school know about it, if you understand what I mean. And you should, because all I do is stutter a bit, and that was a perfectly formed sentence. I got a shitty fake light on, so I'm gonna turn it off because I've already started all the fake light stuff, which is like I'm banishing it from my life. Why do you think I've got a freaking turntable with a old 45 on it? There's no TV on it. If I did turn that Sanyo on, which weighs like 200 pounds, I'm just kidding. It's like 100 and something pound TV. It's an old flat screen. It's like a Trinitron. See, it says flat screen. You know, it's like big slab of freaking glass, tempered glass like that. Acetylcholine is released by the nicotinamide pathway. Actually, it's powered by the nicotinamide pathway. In the mitochondria, who knows what the fucking pathway is? I just visualized 4 different pathways. And who cares what they intricately look like? That's all why would I waste my fucking time processing power and energy on building a picture of something that I don't need to fucking describe more than that? Because no one's ever gonna fucking look it up anyway. You just have to do videos like this until people understand that you know a whole pile of shit that isn't shit, it's fucking gold. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, that guy really did work for Extreme Fitness? Like, that was owned by Bank of America, and he had his own glass office with a black round table, and he used to charge $50 for 30 minutes. So busy, he was like fucking line up of people, or they'd wait until after I closed and do it. I'd say, yeah, you can stay afterwards, man. The gym will close up at 11, just stay in my office. A couple guys did that all the time. Guy brought his friend, I did it for free, who cares? 2 for 1 deal. Buy one, get one. I don't know how you tell an offside in sports. That's a fun joke with my friend that I've already told in another video, but I might never publish that one, so I'll tell it again. Plus, the more you tell jokes over and over again, the funnier they get. You're watching TV on this big, huge TV that has like 4 fucking screen shows going, and he's like on his one phone talking to somebody about trading baseball bats, and he's on his other phone talking to Rogers for like the last 3 hours, smoking a joint and fucking doing whatever. And he knew it was coming because we switch over to hockey, and I'd be like, dude, can you explain that offside thing again? I could never figure out what an offside was, even when I was playing soccer. I just fucking was really good at ball control, and I could kick really hard. Goalie would usually just get out of the way. get up as close as possible and just smash that thing. You got sick and tired of having sore hands and forearms and stuff after a while. Oh man. I only remember a couple of soccer games. I played soccer like fucking so many days of the week. Here's one that Dr. Lee showed me. See, I'm mixing Mr. Kwan up there. So I'll show you a Dr. John version. And I have an elder native lady that I give medicaments to. So when I've borrowed a pipe from someone that already had like a mountain of stuff in the bottom, like almost filling it right up, I wait till they use all of it. And then I get one like this that just has a little bit left, and I put a cigarette in there. And I show her how to go like this. And gently heat the particles that are on the sides. You can taste it if you're like me and you don't smoke that much. The slower you do it, the more heat. There's moisture in there. And it washes all the impurities to the bottom. That's why mine's black on the bottom and all the rest is clear crystals. This is like this purity level now of like the stuff that's in my breaking pad. It's all about getting it's about reducing, woo! That was just a freaking stupid cigarette ash. Now some guys have swallowed huge hot screens that they put in the other pipes and it goes down their neck. Imagine like a hot piece of copper going down your throat. Yeah, that's an addict if you're doing that stuff. Now, if you saw how hot that was, you'd understand how that worked. And it was just a little tiny bit. Pure crystalline methamphetamine, which is like Ritalin. Ritalin was made from methamphetamine. It's the base compound. And I used to take a really raw form of it called ephedrine 3 or 4 times a day with a stopwatch. Unlike the kids now, they're just firing down huge boluses of who knows what, untested stuff that gives way more side effects than a pure methamphetamine that could be put in there at proper dosage and put a warning label on it and say, you can only get this behind the counter like Eric used to do at Nutrition House in Vaughan Mills, right? I won't say which person behind the counter gave it to me, tons of people worked there. It was an exact copy of Hydroxycut, which was taken off the market because some idiot was taking a whole bunch of other stuff and died of a heart attack getting out of a lake or something or a pool. Who knows? He died of a heart attack, see? So he was an unhealthy fucker. Heart attacks don't just happen because you take a blast on a crack pipe. That's just old mythology. The person that died of a heart attack and doing that was probably like, had a heart condition, was probably trying to end their life, doing experiments with stuff. Who knows? And then they tell it in schools and scare kids. I'm the kid that went back to my public school and taught health class and did the don't do drugs. I even have a photo of it. I'm like, I believed every word I was saying. Actually, I didn't. I remember thinking, even back then in grade 11. I agreed with all the articles when I was 10 years old that I read in my mom's magazines, health magazines. Like, yeah, there's going to be superbugs because they're using too much friggin' antibiotics. See, this is me. I'm a very chilled out, relaxed, slow talking dude. But when people don't respect the fact that you don't have short-term memory and you're trying to explain a very complex thing in one thought stream before you forget about it, and they say that you're an interrupter. I have a new one. I'm going to remember this by watching it over again. I'm going to tell the person at the outset of the conversation, if I start talking and go like this, just don't interrupt me because I'm doing it for a reason. Can you agree to that, sir, or whoever? It's usually guys that do this to other guys, especially when they're taller than them. That's a good one too. You just like sit in the exercise park with your legs crossed. So you're like really low to the ground, but you have your shirt off so you can see you're semi-jacked. You know, make sure you're like dehydrated and you got like full blood pressure so your veins are popping out. Maybe eat an apple. Then you make a comment about some guy's training gear that could be taken one way or another way. And then see it becomes it stands over you. That happened the other day and I was just like, get the fuck away from me. do ogre. Do you do that all the time? Just come and stand over people and like with your skinny legs and your big huge arms that are made out of Play-Doh? Of course, it goes away, which proves it outright. Because someone's strong doesn't mean anything. You can do a pile of chin-ups, dips, whatever. That's like a unilinear freaking motion in one plane that you're training. It does not translate to kicking and punching. Or wrestling. You train wrestling by wrestling. I've wrestled every top wrestler in fucking Kensington Park, and there's a few of them, and they're old. Some of them are Colombian dudes. That's all they do when they're kids. I'm a champ. I was the wrestling champ of fucking Keswick. I didn't wrestle anybody in Pefferlaw. I'd already proven myself, but I was like 9, 8, 7, 6, whatever. The pretty girls were kissing me underneath my desk in grade 1. That's the first time I got kicked out. And then my mom was the lady answering, calling all the phone list for truancy. She comes into the telephone room and there I am with my face in the corner. I ain't doing anything wrong. She's just years old, Mom. Oh. She gives me a big hug. I'm crying. I drove over to Keswick Public when quarantine COVID was on and just sat in the parking lot. Remembered all the old memories. My long-term memory is like so sharp it's not even funny. I remember the name, first and last of this lady that's out in New Brunswick where I'm going. I've never been anywhere in Canada except for Ontario other than like a couple days in Calgary for a course. Went to Canmore, it was nice. And a couple times to Montreal. That's it. Oh, I've been to Lindsay now, like in Lindsay jail. That was 30 days of isolation, just so that they could confirm after 30 days that I didn't have COVID. And while in there, I wrote copiously with a pencil, sent all of it home. My mom's already verified that. So I got some really good stuff. I even sent her some kindergarten quantum molecular biology courses by mail. Helped a few dudes do their, get free stuff for doing a few Bible courses. I already know that if I ever went back to jail for any reason, I can make money in there just like reading the Bible. I thought meth was supposed to like make you go and run around in the street. Well, it doesn't. All it is this thing that stimulates certain neurochemicals, and if you use too much of it, your body's too weak. You end up being a scarecrow. That's what I call them. I just get introspective and quiet.